Hello, hello. It is Phil. It is Thursday, November 2. It is 2023, and it is 4:47. There's Knucklehead. 4:47 in the morning. It's day 2 of the fast. This is a day 1 report. I'll give you a day 2 report later today. Started it yesterday. Damn, I had both glasses on. Anyway, kind of started it in a bad way, but not in a horrendously bad way. I didn't drink any beer or anything. Knucklehead's playing on under the camera tripod, being a mess. That's okay. So last night I knew, the first is coming, and that's thanks to a young lady on the internet who posted and told me. She says, I do my fast 1st through the 7th of every month because it makes it easy for me to keep track of. I said, that makes complete sense because, you can go through each day and you can count it, and the date is actually the day of your fast. So, on the 3rd day of the fast, it's the 3rd day of the month. It makes it easy to keep track of. So it makes perfect sense. So I've been doing that for, I guess, 4 months. You can check back on the channel. I've had good, bad experiences. One of my number one things I do that I screw up, and I did it last time, was I drink beer. And that's not going to happen this time. Last time, the first day. See, I viewed the beer as kind of, and now I could probably go get the non-alcoholic beer and drink that. And the irony is people say, well, that's cheating because it's calories, but it's not solid food. See, so it doesn't metabolize in your guts the same way, and your intestines still get a break. But anyway, so I didn't drink any beer, and I'm not going to for at least 7 days. But I started to fast this morning at 12. Last night I wanted to get a good last meal to start this with, and what I should have done, right down the street from where I work there's a Wawa, and they sell an excellent Italian sub that you can fit with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, spicy mustard, and jalapenos. Get the large one. I get the large one with the white bread, not toasted, and it's delicious, and it's filling, and it's really good. Also, they sell one of the best chicken noodle soups you'll ever eat. I'm telling you, man, if you get the large size, it's good enough for one person, but if you get the family size, it will fill you up. And also, they sell their sub rolls, the same sub that goes, the white sub, that you can get that sub roll with butter on it. They're margarine on it, and it's got a real good taste to it. And you can break that up. You can eat the sub with the butter, sub roll with the butter, with the chicken noodle soup. It is really delicious. And to get that, the foot-long sub's like $8, and the family size chicken noodle soup I think is $10. So it'd be $18, which it's expensive, but in the grand scheme of things, you could do worse. Which I did worse, because I went to Wawa and they've got a whole lot of brand new menu items that I wanted to try out. And it was just disappointing. I spent $25 at Wawa. But this is what I got. I got the garlic knots and the cheese, the little tub of cheese. They have French fries, these are all air cooked products because they give them to you real quick, so they got to be done in an air fryer, I guess. And I got French fries, I got the garlic knots French fries, I got a personal pepperoni pizza, and I got a quesadilla. And none of this was as good as that sub, and that, especially that chicken noodle soup would have been. I mean, that chicken noodle soup's amazing with the sub roll. And so it was a disappointment. I mean, the garlic knots were pretty good, but the cheese had been sitting in their bin so long it had separated. and I just mixed it up. I just mixed it back up, and I used it. I ate it, but it was not tasty at all. The cheese was not tasty. The garlic knots were great. But now you're talking about a piece of folded bread that costs you $5. Two pieces of little folded bread about that big that are delicious. Now they're delicious, don't get me wrong, but they cost you about $5 with the cheese. So then I got the quesadilla, which I don't think anybody who's ever bought a quesadilla has said, they put too much meat in it. And I gotta admit, I got the quesadilla with cheddar and pepper jack cheese in it, and I got jalapenos in it, and it was pretty tasty. It just wasn't enough meat in it. That was like $7, I guess, but it was tasty. I can't really complain about the quesadilla. The fries, I made a point of eating those first because I said, if they're coming from Wawa, now if they come from Sheetz actually has fryer bins, and they cook your fries in a fryer bin. And I got to tell you, depending on how fresh the oil is at Sheetz, because usually they do a pretty good job of keeping their oil fresh and keeping their fryer temperature up, because you got to have your fryer temperature up or your fries will be soggy. They'll be soaked with oil instead of fried in oil. Usually I get the fries from Sheetz. They're pretty much amazing. Their fried goods at Sheetz are awesome. Way better than Wawa, because Wawa doesn't fry. Which, that's fine. You just got to understand that and know that. It makes the stuff at Wawa a little bit healthier. But, when you're buying French fries, you're not looking for health. Anyway, the fries were a coated fry. And they were cooked, but they were tough. And I went out to the parking lot and I ate them in the car. So the garlic knots were okay. The little tub of cheese was terrible. The fries were okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, the fries were about a 4. I won't get them again. The quesadilla was okay. There just wasn't enough there. And then we get to the pizza. I ordered a pepperoni pizza. They gave me a cheese pizza. And which, I was in such a funk because the fast was starting, and I've been working, every day's been busy, so the days have been passing, just flying by, and boom, here it was, the first is coming, so I got to drive 60 miles to drive home every day, which I don't mind. The good part is that it's a straight, quick drive. It's not in heavy traffic, and I'm very happy about that. But it's an hour drive, and I had an hour drive left and get home about 8 o'clock and just sort of crash out when I got home. So anyway, the pizza, the bottom of the pizza was cooked, but the sauce in the middle and the cheese on the top was cold. And I'm like going, how do you manage that? And it's probably because, like I said, they do it in an air fryer, and the cheese actually acted like an insulator for the sauce. So if you cook this in like a 450 degree or 600 degree wood-fired stove, the heat gives all through it, and it heats the sauce up, and that melts into the cheese and melts into But long story short, I couldn't even finish it. I was so disappointed. I was like, nah, I'm not going to get this again. And that's a lesson to me. The whole meal was kind of a miss except for the garlic knots. And I spent $25 for it. And that was how I started my fast. And I woke up the next day, and I could feel the cheap food. If I'd have bought the sub, and I bought the chicken noodle soup, especially from the same place, I'd have paid $6 less money and been way happier. But that was my choices. I just wanted to see what they had on their menus because, they've been advertising this like crazy on the internet. But so I started my first day of my fast, and we had a freaking banger of a day. We just very busy all day. I burned $103 of gas in our company truck, We drove, I guess I drove 350 miles yesterday to job sites. We were on the road, man. I mean, literally, I put that van that pack van at 79 miles an hour and kept it there for, God, I guess 4 hours. 4 hours. Yeah. At essentially 80 miles an hour, but not 80. It's 79 miles an hour, and there's a difference. You don't want to be doing no 80. You don't, and actually, you'd be better off doing 78 in a 70. Because state troopers, if it's over 80, that's a reckless driving. You don't ever want to get that. So, anyway, maybe I set it at 78. But anyway, it stayed at that for hours. It was a long day. I had a good worker with me named Noel. He worked with our company. He's got history with our company. Knows the guy I work with, Michael, who just quit. Good guy. And he was a good worker. And we drove way out to this job that we got the address for, and I'd never seen this. They gave us the address. The guy told me the address was right. I put it into Google. Actually, I put it into Waze first, and it took me into a neighborhood that was a quarter mile away from the job site. I was driving through this neighborhood. I'm going, man, we're not going to deliver 14 pieces of sofas and lounge lobby furniture to a house, are we? I called the guy. He says, yeah, we're down the road a quarter mile, and you see a mall and this. I'm like going, see my white pickup truck, that's where you're going to back up to. And I'm like going, how in the hell? And I went to Google. I went from Waze. I put the address in Google. And I got the exact same messed up situation. It wouldn't take me directly to the address. But we finally got there. The guy walked out. He waved us over to his white truck, and we backed up. We got his stuff delivered. And the delivery went really good. Young kid, Noel, we started, I was carrying this stuff in because it was just like 4 steps in the door. You hit a button, the door opens up, and then you put it right in the lobby. And he had gotten on the truck detrashing, he was rolling. And our truck is big, but 2 people, it's elbow to elbow. So I just said, just stay up there and detrash the stuff and bring it to the edge and I'll carry it in. So I carried it in, and our contact was great. He knew where he wanted the stuff at first time, so I put it where he wanted it. We got that job done, and I had to get him. This guy he's day labor that we're paying for, and they told me point blank, get him back by 12:30. Well, I got him back at 1:20, and there just wasn't no choice. I mean, this was the time it took to get the job done. The first job yesterday was putting 2 back supports in chairs, but to get to it, the address was right, but the title on the paperwork was wrong. The title on the paperwork was U.S. Court of Appeals, which was 4 blocks down from the address on the paperwork. And I was asking people is this the U.S. Court of Appeals? Because I walk into a building, and because in Richmond, the government buildings are all like grouped in blocks, in like about 4 blocks. So you sort of take a pot shot because they don't have the numbers on a lot of these buildings. And I was just taking a pot shot because I had I thought that this building before. It turned out that building was wrong. And they said, oh no, you got to go across the street. Well, I didn't have to go across the street. I had to go 2 blocks over. So, and the wind was blowing, and it was 40 degrees. It was cold as hell. But when I got there, the security guards were awesome. And the lady was awesome. We got the job done. Anyway, long story short, back to the fast. I'm sorry. So I started the fast. I weighed myself yesterday, and I seem to remember I weighed 204. I just weighed myself in there, and I weigh 170. No, not 170. God darn, I knew I was going to say that wrong. 197.4. So I've lost like 5 pounds in a day. Came home. I was going to do the workout, and got talking to a buddy of mine. He just retired. They closed our warehouse where I used to work at for 20 years. They closed that today, and he is officially retired. He decided not to move on. He decided to start his retirement. He's a really good guy, and he's sort of had to fight for the last 15 years every day for his sanity at work. And I don't think he realizes how exhausted he's going to be in the next week. But he's got his stuff together, and I wished him well. But we talked for 2.5 hours last night, and he's not the reason I missed my workout. So don't ever think that. There's no excuse for missing my workout. I've missed my workout 3 days in a row now. Again, and I've missed the first day, which pisses me off, because that's the start of the month. As soon as I got to get to where I come through that door, I feed my cat, and I go do my workout. So anyway, we're heading into the second day of the fast, and I feel pretty good. I've got my coffee. This is just regular old chock full of nuts coffee, believe it or not, in the can. And it's a pretty good coffee. It's nothing special. It's just coffee. I got a little bit of half and half in here. No sugar. And that's a pretty good cup of coffee. Nothing special. Not harsh. But that's why I get that. I'm probably going to get another one too, because I like that can. I like the old school metal can with a plastic top on it. I can use that for screws and stuff in my garage or up on my job. But the fast is going well. Yesterday I did get a treat. I don't have the bottle, so I can't tell you what the brand name is, but it's I call them Hispanic sodas. We wouldn't have these sodas because we wouldn't have a market for them unless we had a large Hispanic contingent here, which is I love it. But it's a coconut. It's in a little bottle like this. It's 2 little bottles. One's mango, and one was just regular plain coconut. It's coconut water, but it has coconut chunks in it. I didn't know that when I bought it. I said, you know what? That looks natural, and that's juice. So I think I'll get that because it was a long day, and I still had to do a little bit of stuff. I wanted a little bit of pick-me-up, And then I got the 2 bottles of the mango. One mango, one coconut water. It was coconut water. It's got little chunks of coconut. I won't buy it again because of the coconut chunks. Because, like I said, I don't want to be consuming anything that's solid. But it was good, and they were delicious. Oh man, they were good. And then I got a bottle of, I don't know the name of it, but it's a naturally made ginger ale, and it has pomegranate in it, and it has organic cane sugar in it, and it's not excessively sweet. And I drank that after I drank the 2 mangoes, and it really, I got about an hour and a half worth of sensation, a good sensation from those 3 drinks. It was very delicious. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is a mess. I'm going to go there and squeeze it. I'm going to squeeze it. Look, snip, 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 snip. So, she's getting on my daggone laptop here. I got to get this. I got a cup of home tea here. I live off of this stuff on my fast. This is 2 parts green tea to 1 part black tea. And the green tea I get from an Afghani market in a bag. It looks like a bag of dope. And the black tea I get in a bag from an Afghani market, and it's just a foil bag with crushed black tea in it. I mix it in my Mr. Coffee. I have a big soup spoon. Put the soup spoon into the green tea. 1, 2 into the strainer. Obviously you put the paper filter in it. Then I take 1 scoop of the black tea, and then I put a full thing of water, which is 12 cups, in the maker, and then I make my base, and then I mix that with a gallon of water, and it's really good. I mean, I drink it. I don't put no sugar in it. I've been an unsweet tea fan for decades because once people started talking about the sugar, I was kind of like, you know what, it kind of makes sense. Maybe I don't want to be drinking liquid sugar. And then it just developed from there. But the fast is going okay. We're heading into the second day. I got probably another busy day on my agenda here, but I will be doing my exercise tonight. I don't want to lie about that because I got a left knee here, man. And left knee is really talking to me. You know, I got to be real careful at work. We've got 4 loading docks, and the distance from the loading dock to the ground is about 5 feet. And back in the day, I wouldn't have a problem just jumping off the loading dock onto the asphalt. But now I have a 6-foot step ladder that I put beside the loading dock when I want to get down the side, because I don't like walking all the way around through our office. And I mean, yeah, I'm being lazy, but with the ladder, it's safe. You just put it against the side of the building, and you step down the 6-foot step ladder to the ground, and then you go to your truck, you do what you got to do, and you come back. But this fast, this video is going to be named the No Damn Choice 7-Day Fast, because I work with that young kid Noel, and I talked to him, and he said, I never knew that a fast would heal you. And I said, you know what? Nobody ever gets told that. And that's the truth. That's actually the truth. It's not blowing smoke up your ass. It's the way God made our bodies, is that a fast heals us. And that's why He wants us to do a fast. Or she wants us, however you want to gender God. If you want to non-gender, you can say that's what it wants us to do. Is He wants us to fast, because that's what our bodies are made as. I mean, we're made for feast and famine. You know, back for tens of thousands of years, we would go kill an animal and we would eat it, but the animal would rot, and then we couldn't eat it no more, and then we'd be without food. And then we'd be, digging for berries. We eat berries or whatever was around. We never had constant food, and these bodies were never made for constant food 24 hours a day. And when we eat constantly and we don't give our body a break, that kills us. So really, there is no damn choice about doing a fast, and there's no damn choice for me about doing a workout. I've been skipping it 3 days in a row, and my dumb ass has to stop. So anyway, I'm sorry that I rambled on, but this is the start of the No Damn Choice 7-Day Fast. And I want to welcome you to the No Damn Choice 7-Day Fast, and I want to encourage you to fast. Please see the videos by a doctor named Dr. Jamnadaz and Dr. Sten Ekberg on YouTube. Don't take my word for this. Look at what they got to say. Dr. Jamnadaz is amazing. He's a genuine heart doctor, and he's been treating people with fasting and nutritional advice, and he's been getting amazing results. And Dr. Sten Ekberg is a former Olympian athlete who is a nutritionist professional, and he's been examining the consequences of our modern diet on us, and what he has to say is really enlightening, and he talks to you like a regular person. He's got a lot of information. Don't go to Mr. Ekberg's videos and think you're going to be able to just sit there and zone out. He's got receipts. So Dr. Jamnadaz and Dr. Ekberg together are quite a combination, and the bottom line is fasting will save your life. So please start fasting, please start exercising, please don't look at a guy on the internet and follow what he does and miss your exercise for 3 days in a row. But we're starting it, we're starting the fast. We started it yesterday. It's going good, and I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to stay away from that damn beer, because I don't need to get diarrhea for 2 days and lose 10 pounds again. Like I said, I already lost 5 pounds since yesterday, so I don't expect that's gonna plateau out, And that's one thing I will say. I don't ever do this fast to lose weight, although I have lost 30 pounds in the last, I guess, 4 months. I've lost 30 pounds in the last 4 months. I weighed 222 like 5 months ago, and this fast is over, I'll weigh about 190 pounds. So right now I'm 22 pounds down from that figure, and I can feel it. I feel better. I do feel better. But that's not what this is about. I only watch my weight so my weight doesn't go too low. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Sorry I rambled and rambled, but this was a video I wanted to make. It's never fun to make a video where you admit that you screwed up and you didn't do your exercise, but I have started to fast, and I do encourage everyone to fast. And actually I encourage you to go see Dr. Jemnadez and Dr. Sten Ekberg on YouTube and listen to them. Don't listen to me, listen to them. But you can listen to me too, but I'm going to give you the straight scoop, and that's why I'm saying this is the straight scoop. I missed my workout 3 days, not acceptable. I will definitely get that done today. Today is blah 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 blah. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah, darn it. Let me put these damn glasses on because I can't see anything. Today is yes, it's Thursday the 2nd. Not yet. November, right? It's November 2nd, right? Yeah. Damn, this year going fast, dude. It is November the 2nd, 2023. And the time is now 5:13 a.m. And day 2 of the fast has started, and I'm kind of excited. My neck is feeling better here, which is interesting. As this fast goes on, I talked to Noel about the fast too. I said about the second or third day, I get this fog when I eat constantly. I get a fog in my thinking, and it's kind of irritating. And I don't know what that is. I think that's just eating bad foods, and it just collects in your head. But about the second day, that all clears up, and the last 5 days of the fast is like being on speed. Really, it's like taking a drug, because your thinking clears up, and your body, what it is your body realizes that it hasn't eaten for 2 days, and it says, uh-oh, we got to get sharp, we got to catch an animal to eat, So that's the primitive reaction. The modern reaction is, wow, man, my thinking is super clear, and I don't forget things, and I mean, it's just amazing. It's actually gotten so good at the end of the fast that I didn't want to stop the fast. I was like, I should go 10 days. Maybe I should go 14 days. And the thing is, you just got to balance your energy output. Definitely drink spring water, not purified water. Drink spring water in the bottles. I drink this home tea that I make, and I do drink a little bit of coffee, but not much, because it's got caffeine. It has a tendency to wire me out, and then I crash. Fruit drinks, not fruit drinks, nothing fruit drink. Fruit juices, natural fruit juices. You want to drink stuff that's not processed. Try not to drink any sodas, but if you have a dropout where your energy level crashes and the only thing you can get is a Coke with sugar in it, not aspartame, but sugar, drink a Coke. Don't make it a habit, but if you gotta have it, you gotta have it. But this is interesting, so it's gonna be fun. Thank you for watching the video. I'm sorry it went long. I got to get this posted, and I got to get my ass to work, and then I got to come home, and then I got to exercise, and then I got other places I got to go. So please have a wonderful Thursday, November 2nd, 2023, and we'll see you later. Peace, man. Have a good one.